this video we'll talk about how to make money with yield farming. DeFi is growing, as you all know. This video covers investment in cryptos and many scenarios and different things in DeFi like DEXs, lending and yield farming, but I'll take it to a whole nother level in this video. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Alright, now let's get right into this video. And before we start with the topic, I do want to say that if you need any more content or if you just want to look at the content we will talk about in this video, all the links will be down in the description. But to start off with this video about yield farming, and I'll be teaching you most about that and basically everything you need to know about that. First, obviously, we have to talk about what is yield farming. So yield farming basically is an investment practice. It's a way to invest your money. You lock it up and you get some sort of return. And yield farmers basically deposit their tokens into DeFi applications, decentralized applications, for crypto trading, lending, or borrowing. You have different types of yield farming. And since these investors enhance the liquidity in their chosen decentralized application, they're referred to sometimes as liquidity providers. And basically what happens is the crypto that you deposit, the crypto that you invest, gets locked up until a yield farmer withdraws their funds. Then they'll earn crypto rewards for their service, for providing liquidity. And this crypto can come from network fees, loan interest payments, or native token rewards. Can be different types of rewards, and every decentralized application has different rules on how this works, what type of reward you get, but also how much you will be rewarded. So now quickly, how does yield farming really works in practice? So basically what happens is that once a yield farmer's funds are in a smart contract, they'll be available to anyone using the decentralized application. So for example, if you're using a decentralized application where people can borrow money, if you actually supply the liquidity, they can use your money, your liquidity. So here you can also see if someone adds liquidity to a liquidity pool on the decentralized exchange, crypto traders can buy and sell their tokens, and your tokens will be used for this sometimes, even though they will not be gone. They will still be accredited to your name, they will still be in the liquidity pool, and if you need them, you can get them out. Plus the rewards, which for a decentralized exchange mostly come from trading fees. So usually people choose to give their crypto to DeFi platforms because they expect returns, obviously. And yield farmers usually get a percentage of the network fees or interest payments deposited into their crypto wallet. So that is what we just talked about. In the case that you're supplying liquidity for traders, you usually get some sort of a network fee or a percentage of that. And if you are supplying money to people who want to borrow money, usually you get paid by the interest payments paid by the people who borrow that money. So here's a very quick and easy graph to further understand the topic. You are the liquidity provider, you deposit into a liquidity pool. This will be used by decentralized exchanges, and the trader who uses the decentralized exchanges, they pay fees. The decentralized exchange puts fees into the liquidity pool grows, and you get a percentage of that. Now, there are risks to cryptocurrency farming or yield farming. I will be talking about 4. So there's price volatility. Usually when you actually deposit a token into a liquidity pool, that's a token that is very volatile, and you lock it up. So if it drops down massively in value, it's locked up. It will take some time before you can get that back. And then all of a sudden you can lose some money, whereas first you might have been able to sell it at an earlier price. Apart from that, you also have impermanent loss. And this basically means losing out on massive gains for the crypto you deposited into a yield farm. So sometimes you could have made more money by simply holding a cryptocurrency than with the rewards you received for yield farming. You also have smart contract failure. Sometimes smart contracts, usually with all of the big decentralized platforms and DeFi platforms, they're good enough. But if you're actually providing liquidity on some newer DeFi platforms, there is the risk that the smart contract just fails and you will lose your money by a hacker or someone like that. And apart from that, you also have rug pulls and scams. Now, if you're smart, you will not fall for this. Just use the normal, standard, great DeFi platforms. But sometimes, and liquidity pools usually are the #1 source of rug pulls. And people pool all the liquidity from these liquidity pools. And if you actually put your crypto into that, you will lose everything. So be careful from where you are actually yield farming. Alright, now let's actually talk a little bit about the practicalities, because we were talking about DeFi platforms, the standard, the good DeFi platforms. Well, now I'll actually show you how you can potentially yield farm yourself. Lock up some crypto, get a percentage of reward on that crypto, and grow your crypto portfolio. So one of the biggest DeFi platforms for yield farming is Aave. AAVA. If you go to their app, you can see right here at markets, you can see different percentages and different cryptos. So what you can basically do is, for example, if you actually want to farm liquidity, so add liquidity and get rewards on that, you click Ethereum, and then here on the right, you can actually supply Ethereum if you have that in your wallet. You'll first need to connect your wallet, obviously, but then you can actually supply crypto and you can see what type of percentage you get. And then you get a 2.4% right now on top of your Ethereum, and that way you can actually earn passive income with Ethereum using DeFi platforms. Now, other platforms you can use, other reliable platforms, are platforms like Uniswap, as you might know, Curve Finance, or PancakeSwap. But I wanted to show you Aave because all of the other crypto platforms and DeFi platforms practically work the same. All right, so with that, we have reached the end of this video. We talked about DeFi, we talked about yield farming and how you can actually start yield farming yourself. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to add a like and add comments with questions I might have missed, and subscribe to our channel.